Hello, everyone. My name is Gillian Berry from Adjust the Volume, and thank you for tuning in and choosing us to hear about what we are doing in the community, what Cindy Dawsonville is doing in the community. And as you know, the goal is to highlight some of the people doing great stuff. So, Adjust the Volume until the message is clear is here to really communicate and entertain and bring some good work, some seeds that were planted years ago, and now you can see what's being done. So, Sandy Dawsonville has a lot to share with you because Sandy is always doing something. However, we know a little bit about Little Haiti that is in South Florida and the Little Haiti Cultural Center. So if Little Haiti is still here, Sandy Dawsonville has a lot to do with that. So if you really like what's going on and you really want to support what's going on in our community, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Adjust the Volume. Once again, my name is Gillian Berry. Without further ado, our guest here is Sandy Dawsonville. And in Adjust the Volume, we don't drop the mic, we pass the mic. Sandy, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Ghislaine, for having me on Adjust the Volume. It's always exciting to talk to you because I know you're always doing great things in the community, always highlighting some of the great things that are happening in South Florida. So it's an honor to be on the show. Thank you.
It's an honor having you.
Thank you.
Yes. So, I have some questions to ask you. But before I do that, Sandy Dawsonville, we are in 2022. And here it is that you're still bringing a lot of new ideas, creativity in Little Haiti Cultural Center. And the most recent thing that you've done is to reopen the Marché Haïtien in Little Haiti. But before we get there, about talking about Little Haiti, we'd love to know a little bit about yourself, woman.
Thank you. A lot of people assume que moi c'est haïtien qui fait en Haïti, but in actuality, I'm first generation Haitian American. My parents are from Saint-Marc and Glenguave. I was born in New York City, and we moved to South Florida when I was about 13 years old. So I've been living in South Florida a little bit over 30 years. I went to Archbishop Curly Notre Dame High School, Catholic school in Little Haiti, and then I went on to Howard University in Washington, D.C. I studied history and education, and culture has just always been my passion. As a young child, I'm the only child, and but I have I'm loved. Spoiled isn't the word. I'm loved, but grew up with a lot of cousins who are very active in the arts. My cousin Nadine is a dancer, was a dancer. My cousins played soccer. They were very active at Miami-Dade in the Igbo club, and they had to babysit me. So they would take me to all these activities, to the Igbo club meetings, to dance rehearsals. So I just always had a passion for it. My cousin Nadine worked at the Center for Haitian Studies with Dr. Pierre, and she used to work on the Racine Roots Music Festival. So she would take me to those meetings and then, sous la travail, they would give me things to do. Eventually, Dr. Pierre gave me an assignment to help with the Ryan White students that were in the Ryan White program, HIV prevention. And then I started working with the festival, and I just fell in love with the work. I loved the idea of promoting Haitian culture, helping Haitian people move forward in the community. It filled me up. It made me passionate. It made me happy. And I continued that work. When I graduated from college, I started teaching in South Florida, and then I worked part-time at the Center for Haitian Studies. Then I progressed to running the Haitian Cultural Arts Alliance and doing events under Edouard Duval-Carrier and Mireille Chaussy Gonzalez. And then eventually there was an opening at the Little Haiti Cultural Center, and they said, would I be interested in being their event specialist? And I said, sure. Came on as their event specialist. And then when the manager left, I was promoted to manager. And then I've been doing that for years. I had a few hiccups and bumps with the city about my vision versus their vision. But even after I took a break from the city, I continued to produce events and produce activities. At one point, opened in my own event venue COVID shut that down for me. But I love the work. And I realize when you love what you do, you'd really do it for free. We all have to pay our bills, right?
Yeah.
We all have responsibilities. So we need to earn a living. But I really love what I do. And if I was so fortunate as to not need income, I'd probably do it for free. That's how much I love
Oh, wow.
promoting Haitian culture, helping people feel confident in themselves, in their communities, in their culture, in their history, by just celebrating what makes them themselves. I find strength in that. That's what's helped me to overcome a lot of things in my life, a lot of obstacles, because I felt so secure in who I was and where I came from. It helped me just say, oh, get problem, madam, pas gen problem, chérie. Et puis si desayin mwen, ma degaj jem.
You'll be all right.
I'll be all right. So, and that helps. And if I ever doubted that at one point, now looking at my children who are now 20 and 11 years old, they're extremely confident in who they are and extremely confident in what they do and where they come from. They know what they know what they don't know. And I realize it's because of this exposure to culture and to who they are and to their history. So that's me. And then anyone who's ever met me knows that's me. Yeah.
You know what I love? Because Cindy shared with us where she came from, who she is. And one of the things that I also like when I used to be part of the Big Night in Little Haiti and doing programs for children in there. And I remember Cindy used to come with her daughter, Bella, that is like a little kid. So no wonder you felt comfortable exposing her to the culture because you've been having the same experience as a youngster when that's how you learn so much. And a lot of times we see people, we don't know their stories and we tend to wonder or judge, but when you get to know people and you know their stories, you appreciate more of what they're doing. So sometimes you probably wonder, if you know a little bit about Cindy and some of the hiccups that she mentioned, you probably wonder, why is she still doing this? But it's because it's in her blood. And like she said, if she had to do it for free, she would do it. That's how much she loves it. And as Haitian, a lot of times we're like, we wish things were better. But you can do better where you're at with what you have. And that's what I really appreciate with the work that I see Cindy doing over there. So Big Night in Little Haiti, now the program has shifted or names to Sounds of Little Haiti, and bringing artists and bringing other culture, other ethnic groups to appreciate the Haitian culture is just amazing. So tell us more about what you see Sounds of Little Haiti doing now, why the name change, and have some change happen from Big Night to Little Haiti to Sounds of Little Haiti.
So Big Night in Little Haiti was a great program that was founded by the Rhythm Foundation, Laura Quinlan and her husband. And it was just a way to bring more people to Little Haiti. Successful program, grant-funded program, awesome program. That's how I met Angie Bell, who was working for them at the time. I met you. Well, we had met each other before, but you were doing work with them. It was a great event. But the Rhythm Foundation, that's what they do. They produce events. So when the funding expired for that event, they moved on to other projects. They moved on to doing some projects in Hollywood. But because we saw how important that project was for the Little Haiti Cultural Center and how much it brought people to the center, we realized we couldn't let it go. So we started doing an event called Sounds of Little Haiti inside of the theater in the Cultural Center. And the idea of Sounds of Little Haiti was a behind the scenes. So we would invite a band, and we did it twice. We did it with Jacques and we did it with Bookman Experience. And we invited them. We invited Kako, the comedian, to come. And the artist played the music. They interacted with the audience. And then the comedian, as host, was able to sort of just ask the artist, what caused this song to come about? Well, how did you evolve? And just get a little background about the artist. When Big Night in Little Haiti expired and they moved on, we were like, okay, we have to continue this. So we brought Sounds of Little Haiti outside. We basically used the same format. You know, Laura knows this. We didn't change anything. It's still the third Friday of the month. It's still from 6. Well, we changed that. It used to be from 6 to 10, and now it's from 11 to 7.
11 a.m.
11 p.m. to 7 p. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay.
And we still have a children's component. The gallery is still open. We really kept her format because it was successful and it worked. And it's continued to grow. We still invite Haitian artists from all over the globe, from the diaspora, to come perform. We've really made an emphasis to bring in some of the older groups, the Skasha, Topicana, Septan, Laos. A lot of these artists that are progressing in age, System Band, Tabu Combo, who are progressing in age and may not necessarily, the younger generation now may not necessarily know them in person, but only on albums, listening to their parents' music. So we make it a point to invite them. And then we're inviting the younger generations too. We're inviting the We Them Zoes, which is a young hip hop group. We're inviting Dro and Nyak to invite Rudy Rude Boy. We're trying to mix the old generation and young generation, help them to enjoy each other and to celebrate each other. So that's a really big thing for us. And that's what's kept sort of the momentum going at the center, keeping the community engaged at the center. Because one of our big concerns at the Little Haiti Cultural Center is that the neighborhood in Little Haiti is changing. More people, more Haitians are moving out, more non-Haitians are moving in, but we still want the Haitian community to understand that Little Haiti Cultural Center is for them. It's a building that was built in their honor. It's a facility that is made for their use, so they have to frequent it and use it in order for the city of Miami to continue to pay that bill every month and keep the place open. And the fact that Sounds of Little Haiti continue to exist in Little Haiti Cultural Center is what really pushed us after COVID. Well, COVID is still here, but as COVID has sort of lessened its grip on the community, we decided, okay, let's reopen the Caribbean marketplace. Let's refresh it. Let's bring new vendors, new anchor vendors. So now we have Simply Good Pizza, that's a pizza shop. We have La Caille Bar, which is a full service bar. We have Le Jardin coffee shop. We have We Pate Different, Pate Stand, and several other of them. Aben, who sells hair products, they're a staple. So these vendors are there every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we still have space for other vendors to come and sell their wares. And we're trying to build momentum. Things aren't, on and popping, bagay yo pa bouge, jan nou ta remen yo bouge ya. Men nou moun komanse ap vini, moun komanse vin à l'aise, yo chita, nou gen wifi, yo servi ordinateur yo, nou gen class pen pou ti moun nou bay class dans compa pour grand moun pour ti moun tout, nou gen jazz kap jouer jazz music on Sundays, nou gen Creole ambiance qui joue compa les samedis, nou gen DJ Mac kap bay hip hop, kap bay Afro beats. So n'a pe se fè espace la multi-generational. Kote moi-même moi ka vini avec maman m'a besoin bagay que remen la l'aise, la pon classe danse, la prend yoga. M'ka vini avec Bella qui comme ti moun qui gen 11 ans, la prend classe art. M'ka ti garçon qui gen 20 ans, li vini avec 2-3 amis équipe football li yo vini yo manger pizza, yo bay blague, yo got belle ti fi kap prend classe danse. Something for everybody. We really want it to be a family-oriented space, a community space, and then there's a full bar. So in the evening, people who want to throw parties, people who want to have gatherings, we're trying to encourage groups, young Haitian groups, to come into the space for free. Bring your group of friends. We'll give you a discount on the food because we want it to be a gathering place for young Haitians, for all Haitians for that matter.
Preferred Family Care, yon klinik ka bay bon servis santé nan komunote a depi pliske 10 l'année. Dr. Patrick Comeus, yon dokter ki chaje ak eksperyans, board certified nan medicine interne, ki gen an pil kompasyon ak an pil pasyans pou tout moun kapab genyen bon santé nan komunote a. Nan Preferred Family Care, nou pale kriol et nou kompon kilti haïtien nan bien. Preferred Family Care, référence clinique Paola, ak moun ko reme. Relais Chaudia puis un rendez-vous dans 305 548 85 30. Nous tenons numéro 1 305 548 85 30 et nous acceptons toute assurance et même si vous n'avez pas d'assurance, nous sommes capables d'aider.
You know what, Cindy? You have open up like what's going on at the Little Haiti Cultural Center, because so many people, they hear about Little Haiti Cultural Center. What's going on in Little Haiti Cultural Center is something that not too many people are aware of. And since you have dance classes, art classes, Zumba, sometimes yoga, and even on your Facebook page, I see a lot going on. So for people that are watching here, for our friends that are watching right now, this interview, by the way, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you could learn more about what we're bringing into the community and the people that are doing work in the community, what they are doing also. So I think it's very important that you share numbers, information, website, how people can enjoy the work that you're doing in Little Haiti. And if you are watching from somewhere else, like the cold states, and you're coming down here in South Florida, you can always come by and visit the arts, the programs that are taking place, and also the marché in Little Haiti, and enjoy the food there. And so in one place, you can enjoy so many different activities to remember Haiti. So some of us are kind of like not too sure about going to Haiti. At least here in Little Haiti, you can have a taste of Haiti. Right, Cindy?
Yes.
So how can people engage in the work that you're doing, participate, and if they're traveling, they can choose Little Haiti as one of their destination to come visit, enjoy, and play?
Well, for sure, we come one, come all. We're open 7 days a week. The center is located at 212 Northeast 59th Street in Miami, Florida, 33138. And then you can get any information they want in terms of times of operation, which we are open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. And the marketplace, the Marché Haïtien, the Caribbean market, also known as, is open until 10 p.m. on Saturdays and Friday evenings. On Sundays, we close at 6. The Cultural Center in general closes at 6. We invite everyone to go to our website, littlehaiticulturalcenter.com, to find information about us, or City of Miami website. Just click on Little Haiti and all of our information will pop up. Everyone is invited. We definitely get lots of tourists coming, especially people who are coming off of cruise ships, people who are taking big tour buses. They're coming in, but we want to see our Haitian Americans in the diaspora visit us as well. So those of you who are planning family reunions, trip to Miami during the winter to come to South Florida, come to this marché, come visit the art gallery that's also open. We often have shows in our theater. The courtyard often has concerts. And of course, the marché haïtien is open all of these days. You can buy art. Ou besoin Rakabela, ou besoin Haitian fashion from Felicia Del, from Veve Collection. You'll find that in the marché. Ou besoin produits naturels pour cheveux, natural hair products from Aben. You'll find it there. You want food, you'll find it there. Haitian food from Mimi's Cuisine. You'll find delicious gourmet pizza from Simply Good, on Bon Barbon with Coke, or on Bon Cola Choukoun. You'll find that as well. On Bon Fresco, so we invite people to come out. It's relaxing, it's safe, it's clean, it's very welcoming. And honestly, whenever I bring folks, whenever people come to visit, ou senti konkou an ba an tonel an Haiti vre. Ou senti konkou wapon bon vent ou nan paradis. Seul sak manke se pied kokoye. And sou al sou courtyard, no, wap jwen 6 pied kokoye.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have 6 coconut trees in the courtyard. So it's really a vibe, as the young folks like to say. It's really a vibe. It's a good feeling. We're really proud of the work we're doing there. And, you know, it's a group effort. It's not just me. We have a great team. I'd be remiss to say we lost a really important member of our team, Sanamo, so recently. And she was really instrumental in reopening the marketplace. But you feel her energy there. It's a place where you're going to hear good compa music. It's a place where people are going to welcome you. Wap pale Creole natif latas, wap pale Creole mawan, Creole chak chak. It's okay. Sou même jan avem, wap pale français marron. That's okay too, you know. Everyone is welcome. Those who don't speak Creole, you're half Haitian, half Jamaican. You'll probably find a Jamaican patty too. If you're, you just want a little taste of the Caribbean, no matter what island you're from, you'll find it at the Caribbean Marketplace, the Marché Haïtien.
That is awesome. One of the things also that I like about this marché haïtien, and you just mentioned it, that you're still open for vendors.
Yes.
So what kind of vendors are you looking for? How can they contact you? So if they have a product or a service that they would love to offer to the marché haïtien, to the Little Haiti Cultural Center, how can they contact you and get involved?
So we are actually looking for vendors. What's very important to us is that we have vendors that represent Haiti and Haitian culture in its best possible light. Meaning, nou vle moun kap represente peyi a bien, produit peyi a bien. Nou gen moun kap ven mamba, but fò mamba la bon. Nou gen moun kap ven lalo. Fò lalo la bon, fò du blon la bon. Fò pato la bon. For produit depuis ou gon bel produit, depuis ou gon produit que ou met tout cœur là-dedans, ou fait en bien qualité, it's a good quality product, we're offering you there. Offering you to participate. To be a vendor only costs $25 a day. We made it very cost effective so that anyone could participate. We don't require any special licenses or anything. As long as you come, you have your product, you present it well, and if you need help with presentation, I'm more than happy to help you present it. We have candle makers. We have someone who sells African clothes. We have someone who sells Haitian clothes, beautiful Haitian handbags, beautiful Haitian jewelry. So we invite people, anyone who has a product that you think would be appealing to the community that comes to our space, we welcome you to come. But we're just asking you to be prepared to present your best self. That packaging is important. Presentation is important. Pile fois, nous connaissons Haïti gen problème, Haïti gen monte gen descend, mais dans centre culturel là, nous pas parler de bagay ça. Nous pas parler de descend yo. C'est just bagay positif yo. Nous voulons mettre our best foot forward, voulons représenter pays the best way we can represent it. So nous voulons pour moun yo venir avec good packaging, soit faire manger, faut manger à bien présenter, faut manger à goût, and then faut manger pas faire moun malade, you know. And then nous gen bagay, faut manger, faut nous kembe manger à chaud. So gon produit à vendre, faut produit à bien fait. Because nous pas vle pour moun venir dire oh m'achète ton valise dans marché dans 2 jours, manche la cassé, m'achète ton bijou dans 2 jours, di fait net comme noir, And c'est pour nous toujours n'a parler avec vendeur avant, n'a gade produit avant nous mettre au dehors. Maybe ou ka gen bon idée ou just besoin monde qui peut aider upgrade it, fix it, and that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for, to help people present their best selves to the public on behalf of the community. So nous invite tout le monde vient participer. We want to have different vendors come out. We want people to have a different feeling each time they come, but we definitely want to give them the best that the community has to offer.
Okay. I love business, right? You've said a couple of things that when it comes to being a vendor at the Little Haiti Cultural Center that really interest me. First of all, you said it's only $25.
Yes.
Wow. That is like really affordable. I don't like to say cheap because to me cheap is something that's not good. But it's really affordable. So if you'd like to be part of the Little Haiti Cultural Center's vendors, it is really encouraged for you to be part of that, because a lot of people do go down there and they're always looking for new things to buy. However, when you said $25 per day, so is it on a first come first serve?
Yes.
Or is it $25 for if someone want to do only one day, or if someone want to pick like every Friday, every Saturday, or every Sunday? Or the tables that they're gonna choose, are they guaranteed that it's gonna be the same place at the same time every time that they want it? So I have a lot of questions, and if you want to ask those questions, please feel free to call or go to the website and connect with someone that could help you with your experience as a vendor at the Little Haiti Cultural Center. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And you never know who you're helping that has some products there that's just sitting and they want to help themselves, because I believe in helping each other, because you may not be able to give someone money, but a little idea can change somebody's life, the life of their families, or even their mindset. And if they get bored staying at home doing nothing and they have something creative to do, that can help them even save their lives. So si wap gade, ede on lot moun pa pataje informasyon sa ke nap pataje la. E lè ke ou ede on moun pour le capable de joindre un petit bout d'information, ça capable même sauver la ville, échanger la ville avec famine, parce que quelqu'un doit gagner un moyen pour le capable faire un bas avec men, ou bien il a une créativité, il gagne un talent, et puis juste information ça capable de changer la ville pour le capable un vendeur dans le Haiti Cultural Center. Par contre pour vous, mais $25 capable commencer un business journée jodi le que moun nan vinn un vendeur dans le Haiti Cultural Center. $25 can mean so much for people. And from there, you never know where that person might end up. So, aide on lot moun. And, you know, some people may be coming from a different place in the Caribbean, or they have a product that they are selling that is not of Haitian descent. So how can that person still participate at the Little Haiti Cultural Center or the marché?
So the marché is the marché haïtien. It's the Caribbean marketplace, but we have vendors from all over. All of our vendors are not Haitian. We have a woman from Kenya selling African clothing and jewelry from Kenya. We have a young lady who's from Martinique selling products from Martinique. And then, of course, we have several vendors from Haiti. We have a young man who's not selling a product at all. He's promoting a business that he started where he's teaching people how to start art projects. And he's just there with the table doing that. People can lease a space for 1 day, 2 or 3. We cannot guarantee a space. It is first come, first serve. People who would like to be there consistently all 3 days, as long as they pay the fee for all those days that they'd like to be there, then they can have the same space because they've already.
Monthly,
yes, you can
membership
enroll monthly as well, but the longest you can enroll is for 3 months at a time, and that's just part of the city of Miami's rules and regulations. The longest you can enroll is 3 months, but you can constantly renew after 3 months. But everyone is welcomed. I also have to say we're welcoming sponsors. Right now, we've been really blessed to have the sponsorship of Kola Shukun, of Wamba Bonku, of the city of Miami, of course, of Miami-Dade County. Who else is a wonderful sponsor of ours? Right now, North Shore Medical Center is sponsoring our fitness program. So we are welcoming sponsors to partner with us and to come be part of our programming, be part of our promotion, have activities in our space, because that's also what's allowing us to open our doors every day and have such a very low vendor fee, because they're covering some of those excess costs. And we have to also explain to vendors that even if something is beautiful, even if we do all this type of programming, if we don't have money to market it, to promote it, pour faire réclame dans radio, réclame dans télévision, dans journal, parler de ça dans social media, moun yo pa vini parce que yo pa konnen nou existe. C'est moun ki in the very small vicinity of the cultural center will know, oh yes, they're open, let's go participate. So we've also been looking for sponsors, because that's what we use that funding for, to do promotions, to do programming, so that we can pay a dance instructor to give free dance classes. We can pay an art instructor to give free art classes, to have a band
So it's
perform.
free for
The
you
public?
coming in to the public,
Yes.
but it's not free to the Little Haiti Cultural Center.
No, it's not. No,
Awesome.
it's not.
Yes.
We do.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
And having vendors is one thing. Having sponsors is another thing.
Correct.
And I really want to thank. I host a radio talk show in the Haitian community, and it costs me a lot of money, because it costs to talk and share information and resources. If it wasn't for sponsors, I wouldn't be here after 16 years. I started since 2006 being on radio in the Haitian community, and for Sandy as well, for all those beautiful programs that are being offered. So if you have a business and you want to sponsor, and you love what's going on and you do not want to lose your culture, there's a lot of negative politics going on. So you have something to do with keeping this place open.
Correct.
And your business has a lot to do. So you don't have to be just Haitian. You can be anybody that wants to support the Haitian culture. And you have a business or you have the means to support this program, to support this place called Little Haiti Cultural Center. Please give us your phone number, Cindy,
Yes.
or an email address so people can contribute to the work that's being done. And it might be free for the people coming to participate, but it's not free to run the program. It's not free to run the facility. And it's not free to have staff making sure that this place is run smoothly, being clean and keeping it clean and beautiful and, keep the
it
atmosphere a lively place and pleasurable to be there. So it costs, but you can support and you can make a difference. So Cindy, phone number, email, website, whatever.
Yes. So our phone number is 305-960-2969 305 960 2969. And then our email address is lhcc@miamigov.com. lhcc@miamigov.com. And then, of course, they can go to any of our social media platforms, Little Haiti Cultural Center at Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. Or we also have LHCC Miami, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It's not hard to find us. If you Google Little Haiti Cultural Center, we're the first thing that pops up, and you can just send us a message. And we welcome all participants. If you're a group in the community and you just need a location to have an activity, talk to us and we'll figure out a way that we can make it mutually beneficial so that your group can have a beautiful venue to have your activity, and then our venue, our vendors maybe can be the ones to sell you your lunch, or maybe our venue would be the place where you'd get your drinks. Whatever it may be, the idea is to have an exchange so that we use the space at maximum capacity, because that's what's going to encourage the city to keep the space open and continue to facilitate and provide the funding that's necessary to keep the space thriving. And then this community also gets a beautiful space to use that they can be proud of. That même si ou pa ka al Haiti pour 2-3 mois kounye parce que ba yon ti jan chaud, ou ka vini Miami, and still wap boy yon ti dlo kokoye, wap manjon, wap bon kremas, wap manjon pate kode, wap manjon lalo adjuri blanc, wap pron natif, babankou avec Coca-Cola, and wap senti ou nan pe you pour un ti moment, then wap la kayou, wap fel encore l'autre semaine until bagay yo ameliore
Yes.
en Haiti, and ou ka pran avion wal nan pe yo.
Yes. So that place is such a wonderful place.
Thank you.
And when you go there, you feel like, okay, sa Haiti mo so Haiti pam na Miami. And sometimes they have the tap.
Oh yes, we have our top tours. Thank you.
You know what? There is so much that needs to be done, but your contribution is important to keep this going. However, we can still do small. If we cannot do great things, do small things and encourage other people to put their heads together in putting our heart together and making sure that we make a difference. So if you cannot do great things, do small things, and it will be greatly appreciated. And one of the things that I believe that we can do as Haitians is that we can send positive vibes.
Yes.
We can send positive encouragement to one another. And if you cannot do something, that doesn't mean that you cannot support what the person is doing. The things that I see Cindy doing, Cindy, chapeau bas.
Yes.
and you know what? We each have our talents. We each have our things that we can do. Let's continue supporting each other. But that tap, I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. We do. We have an authentic tap. It looks like it came off the streets of Port-au-Prince. They're working on it. I have hope. I have faith. But no, we have an authentic tap tap. We allow people to rent it. People have rented it for their weddings, just to have a
Really?
cultural feeling and a
Oh,
cultural
another thing,
vibe.
people can rent the Little Haiti Cultural Center for
Yes,
events.
for events. All
Yes.
the entire space, the gallery, the courtyard, the marché, they're all able, you can lease them to have events and activities. But we do have the Tap Tap. We have a fiscal cart. We have Tap Tap tours that gives tours of Little Haiti and of different areas in the community that are tourist attractions, not just Miami Beach and South Beach, but you have Wynwood, you have Little Havana, you have Little Haiti, Historic Overtown, all tourist destinations with very interesting histories that, as a visitor to South Florida, many people are interested in. So we're really grateful and we're so thankful that everyone has put their arms around us, and we just want more people to come and to support what we're doing at the Little Haiti Cultural Center. So again, please visit us at littlehaiticulturalcenter.com or on any of the social media platforms. You can also call us 305, because we're in the great city of Miami. 305-960-2969. 960-2969. Or, of course, you can just email us at LHCC, that's Little Haiti Cultural Center, LHCC@gov.com.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. This is the beautiful, talented, and smart Cindy Dawsonville representing the Little Haiti Cultural Center today on Adjust the Volume. So it takes a village. It's not just to raise children, but also to make a business work, and also to make this video go viral, for other people to know about the work that's being done in the community. So we really appreciate you taking the time to watch, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Once again, my name is Guylaine Berry, and I host a radio talk show in the Haitian community called Cause Femme, Cause Tout Moun. So please, let's keep each other alive. Let's send positive vibe to everyone, and we can do great things. And for more information, visit sakpasemedia.com. Until next time, adjust the volume until the message is clear.